All right, so you're at the airport, you're getting your luggage. TMZ comes up to you with a camera, asks you a question about, do you think a gay wrestler something like, can they survive in the business or something
Yeah.
like that? And your
Hmm.
response was that you are gay. What did that
Yeah.
feel like when you said those words in public and you knew the whole world was going to see it?
Yeah. I've been approached by TMZ when we were with the Nexus and all that stuff. And I remember being in Miami and living in Miami at the time, and no one knew about me, at least I don't think. And that fear of being affectionate uh, behind closed doors, but in the outside public world, just kind of be with my partner. I hate using the word partner, but being with my boyfriend out in public, just being fearful of being caught or anything. And I remember running into, Alicia Fox. And I was with my boyfriend, but we weren't holding hands because we had just stopped holding hands, and then I ran into her. So it was like gut wrenching for me to introduce my boyfriend as, oh, this is my friend Nikki. So that was an experience of what I felt like being caught. So again, I've been approached by TMZ with the Nexus, but when I was approached by TMZ at SummerSlam and they hit me with the question about could a WWE superstar be gay and be successful, it was that minute I said, yeah, I said what I said. And there are many reasons why I said what I said, but one of the reasons was I wanted to ultimately just be myself and be able to bring my boyfriend to backstage events, to be able to walk him on the red carpet and hold his hand. So there are many reasons why I made that decision. But the WWE supported me. You know, it was Mark Henry that called me up that morning and was like, "Hey, man, come down to the green room, the SummerSlam room, green room." And he said, "Man, how come you didn't tell me, man? I got cousins that are gay." Because him and I traveled together. I said, Mark, I was just fearful of the known, fearful of the unknown. So like, but he supported me, guys like Randy Orton, who gave me a big hug, and from then on, him and I became great friends. So these are some great experience. And him and I are still great friends. I remember when Brody Lee had passed away, and I was devastated because it was one of the boys. And Randy Orton hit me up and was like, "Oh, if you need anything, hit me up." And he didn't have to do that, but like Randy and I are very tight. Um, Big Show, Mark Henry, Sheamus, those guys, Titus O'Neil made it a lot easier for me to walk into a locker room. And like my coming out story had a galvanic effect on the wrestling and entertainment world. I love using the word galvanic because it had a sudden change for the better. I didn't think my story was a big deal, Ace, until of all people, Cher reached out to me on social media and said, because of her hearing my story, one of her friends who's a big wrestling fan came out to his family. So she thanked me. Me fanboy, I screenshotted that and like, wow, this is incredible. Cher and I are corresponding like this. So she thanked me for coming out. So, my fight is much more bigger than in the ring, Ace. It's outside of the ring, trying to fight bigotry and hatred and try to be the voice of the voiceless when it comes to not only the LGBTQ community, but anyone that gets bullied into silence. You know, I had a speech impediment growing up. I didn't let those disabilities hold me down. I embrace the stuttering. If I stutter, I embrace it. That's what my whole Block Date movement is so near and dear to my heart.
That's beautiful. I text you that week. You text me back. We text that weekend that you came out. And when someone comes out, the only thing I can think of is that they can finally. It must be like the weight of the world off your shoulders. Like you must have felt like a brand new man and says,
Well,
"Hey,
Ace,
this is who I am."
yeah, Ace, I didn't have to cut wrestling promos like this. I would deepen my voice like this to sound more like Shane Douglas because I was a big Shane Douglas franchise mark. I love that raspy voice. So that's how the Bone Crusher would cut his promos, try to make his voice deeper. I don't have to talk like that anymore. I can just be me and just, at the end of the day, just do me.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was awesome.
Yeah.